Good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining. Sunil here. Welcome to the session. Can you hear me? If yes, please type yes in the chat box as a confirmation. Thank you, Siva. Thank you, Grace. Welcome, Ayub. Thank you, Meghana. Thank you, one and all, for joining the session. Welcome to day 3 of DevOps course. Let us stop the chat. We know the prerequisite for DevOps. All the DevOps you need. Everyone should have a strong knowledge on Linux commands, should be having a strong concepts on Linux operating system. So considering that, this session, as you can see, the agenda of this session, the complete session, the entire session, we'll be learning on the concepts of Linux. We learn the process of how to create a file, how to remove a file, how to create a directory, how to remove a directory, how can we navigate, go to the previous directory or next directory. Okay, how can we create these nested directories? What is the concept of remove directory and rm-r? Listing options. What happens when a file name starts with dot? What do you mean? How to see hidden files, hidden directories, combination of listing options. How can we copy a file? So these are frequently day-to-day operations for every person who is working in the DevOps industry. Okay, so that's the reason we are quickly brushing up all the concepts of Linux. This is our plan for today's session. As usual, before moving on to today's session, any questions on the concepts what we have discussed in the previous session? In the previous session, first session, we have learned about understanding the concept of DevOps. Second session, as we know, we should have an AWS account. We have learned the process of creating a new AWS account. And we have created a Linux machine on the AWS account. And we have learned the process of connecting to the Linux machine. In today, we will be again connecting to the same Linux machine and we'll continue hands-on practicals of Linux. This is our plan for today. Let's get started. To work out with these Linux commands, we need a Linux environment. We already have created Linux machine, isn't it? We already have created Linux machine on AWS. The URL is AWS. What is the URL? Yes, the URL is aws.amazon.com. Log in with your AWS account. And the service which is used to create the machines on cloud is EC2. So we'll be selecting this particular service. Please look at it. The URL is aws.amazon.com. Sign in to the console. I'm logging in with my email address and login password. You will be landed into the console homepage. Go to services. As you know, there are close to 200 services. Under compute, there is a service called EC2, which helps you to create virtual servers on cloud. We already have created one server. Server is nothing but an instance. Go to instances. This is the machine, isn't it? This is the machine which we have created. Perfect. What is the status of this machine? The status of the machine is currently stopped. If you want to connect to this particular machine, the machine should be started. How to start the machine? Go to instance state. There's an option called start instance. Successfully, the machine is started. The machine will change to running state in less than a minute. Always stop the machine whenever you don't want. Whenever you want the machine, again start the machine. So that's how you can see the machine is now running. I want to connect to this particular machine. We have created a Linux machine. Is it? In the previous session, we have created a Linux machine, and from my personal laptop, I want to connect to this particular Linux machine, which is running on AWS. For that, you need a terminal. What is a terminal? The terminal is called as PuTTY. We already have installed PuTTY in our personal laptop. So open PuTTY. Can you see the PuTTY is ready? Under host name, we have to provide the connection string. How do you get the connection string? Select the machine. We have an option called connect. Pick up this user at DNS. Participants. This is the username at DNS name. So this is the connection string. Provide that string in the footing under SSH. Under SSH, under authentication, under credentials. If you want to connect for security purpose, you need to provide the PPK file. I hope you remember when we have created an EC2 machine. When you have created this EC2 machine, you have downloaded the PPK file. It is available in desktop. I think patch 11 AM. This is the PPK file. You have to browse this particular PPK. Are you sure you want to connect? Perfect. Participants, I hope I'm very clear in explaining you the process of creating a Linux machine. Not only creating a Linux machine, now we are in a position to connect to the Linux machine. Let's increase the font size for better visibility. Change settings, appearance. Connected. Okay, now. Participants. This is the terminal. Okay. I want to create a file with the name F1. I want to create a file with the name F1. How can we create a file in Linux? We have a cat command, which helps you to create a file in the Linux. Cat, use the greater than symbol, mention the file name which you want to create. F1, the file gets created. Okay, the file gets created. Let's experience it. Cat, greater than, mention the file which you want to create. F1, the file gets created. Write the contents into the file. Why did you create a file? You want to save some data. That's the reason we're creating a file. So look at the data. Good morning. Welcome to the DevOps course. Thank you. So this is 3 lines of content which I want to place in this particular file F1. How to come out of the cat command back to my dollar prompt. If you want to come out of the cat command, we have an option called Control D. Okay, Control D is the key to come out of the cat command. I use Control D. Now I'm out of the cat command, back to my dollar prompt. I am done with creating a file F1. Clear? So cat command use a greater than symbol which helps you read. This is called redirection symbol which helps you to create a new file. Similarly, I want to create one more file F2. Yes, what's there in it? You can quickly do that. Cat greater than F2. So what are the contents you want? What are the contents you want? Write the contents into the file and Control D to come out of the cat. So I'm done with creating a file. I'm done with creating a file. How many files? If you want to see list of all the files which you have created, if you want to see list of all the files which you have created, we have a command called ls stands for list. We have a command called ls stands for list to see list of all the files which you have created. You can see here ls to see list of all the files. You can see there are 2 files, file 1 and file 2. So these are the 2 files. Whenever you want to see list of all the files which you have created, we have a command called list command which helps you to see the files which you have created. Next. There is a second way to create a file. Second way to create a file. One way of creating a file is by using the cat command. There's one more way to create a file that is possible by using the touch command. So if anybody asks you in the interview, in how many ways we can create a file? If anybody asks in the interview how many ways we can create a file in Linux, you have to mention 2 ways. One is cat command, the other one is touch command. Experience, now I want to create a file with the name touch command and I want to create a file with the name F3. What's the name of the file which I want to create? F3. It's very simple. Touch followed with F3, the file gets created. That's all. Look at this. Touch F3, file gets created. Touch F4, the file got created. You're done with creating a file, but you have experienced the difference. Participants, I hope you have experienced the difference. I hope you have experienced the difference in creating a file by using the cat command, by using the touch command. I hope you have experienced it. By using the cat command, what happens is the file gets created, control will enter into the file. Isn't it? The file gets created, control will enter into the file. And we are writing some contents in the file and control need to come out of the file. That's what we are doing it in the cat command. Whereas in touch command, is it asking you to enter some details? No, immediately you're getting the dollar prompt back. So the concept of touch is used to create an empty file. Touch is used to create an empty file. You want to create a file now and later you want to open the file and make some changes later. But immediately you want an empty file. That is possible by using touch command. So total how many commands you have, how many files you have created? Total how many files we have created? 2 files we have created. File 1, file 2 by using cat command. File 3 and file 4 you have created by using touch command. ls total you will get 4 files. Am I clear? Am I clear how to clear the screen? clear is a command which helps you to clear the screen. So total how many files I have created? 4 files we have created. In how many ways I have created a file? First 2 files I have created by using the cat command. Next files we have created by using the touch command. This is how, participants, this is how you can create a file in Linux. You have to use greater than symbol whenever you want to create a new file in Linux. Okay. Now, I want to read the contents in the file F1. F1 is having some contents. Do you remember? Good morning. Welcome to the DevOps. Thank you. So you want to see the data present in the file. You want to see the data. You don't want to create a new file. Greater than symbol, you have to use it only when you want to create a new file. My point is I don't want to create a new file. I want to see the data present in the file. So whenever you want to see the data present or you want to read the data present in the file, we have a command called cat, mention the file name F1. You can see the file, you can see the data present in the file. So cat, similarly, we have one more file F2. So are you able to see the data? Perfect. So don't use greater than symbol. If you use only cat, it will help you to see the data present in the Use greater than symbol only when you want to create a new file. So we are done with creating files. Now the opposite way, how to remove the files. So total how many files we have created? 4 files we have created. I want to remove a file, let's say F3. I want to remove a file. How can we remove a file? How can we remove a file? We have a command called rm, stands for remove. That's it, the file gets removed. For example, I want to remove F3. File removed, list. Now you are able to see F1, F2, F4. Are you getting F3? No, it has been removed. Similarly, I want to remove F2, which I have created by using cat command. Yes, you can. Any file, you can remove it. That's it. Now you are end up with only 2 files, F1 and F4. So you know how to create a file. You know how to see the data present in the file. And there are 2 ways of creating the file by using the cat command, touch command. You also know how to remove a file. So we are done with the basic operations on dealing with files. Clear? Clear? Any questions? Next, we need to move on to dealing with directories. We have to be very comfortable, but we have learned working with files. My dear participants, please respond. Am I clear in explaining you the dealing with files? How can we create a file? How can we remove a file? How can we read the data present in the file? And there are 2 ways of creating the file. Okay, so we have done with files. Now the next action is dealing with directories. Directories are nothing but folders. In Windows operating system, thank you very much. In Windows operating system, we create folders, right? The same thing here, it is called as directories. Good morning, Sumant. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, sir. Thank you so much for asking.
Thank you. Yes.
So the question is, as we have already done some changes, and if I want to go and modify any
the file.
File.
Okay. Editing the file, is it?
Yeah. Yes.
You want to say change some contents. Whenever
Okay.
you want to make some changes to the file, so there's something called VI editor in Linux. Okay, we have a concept called VI editor, stands for visual editor. We'll see that in the coming class.
Sure. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So we have now basic understanding quickly how to manage files. Let's move on to the concept of directories. Let's work out with the concept of directory. A directory is something like a folder. A directory is something like a folder. In Windows, you can see here. In Windows, we have folders, right? You can see here. 11 o'clock batch is one folder we have created. 6 a.m. batch is one folder. So folders in Windows, it is called as folders. In Linux, it is called as directories. Very good. Let's learn the process of creating a directory. Let's learn the process of creating a directory. I want to create a directory D1. This is the name of the directory. I want to create a directory. Files we are done. We are now dealing with directories. I want to create a directory. We have a command mkdir stands for make directory. Stands for make directory, which helps you to create a directory. And mention the directory name which you want to create D1. So that's it. This command will help you to create a directory. Let's go ahead and create a first directory. mkdir make directory and mention the directory which you want to create. You're done. Directory created. Now list not only files, you are also able to see the directory. So D1 is the directory. So list is having, will show both not only files, it also show you the directory. We are done with creating a first directory. And we're done with creating a first directory. Now, the point is, can I place files inside the directory? Can I create files inside the directory? Isn't it? Is it possible? Directory is nothing but a folder. So you can see here, like how in every folder, I am placing some files. For example, DevOps 11 folder, we are having some 5 files, right? In the same way, you can also place files inside the directory. I want to create a directory D1. Directory is already created. Inside the directory, I want to enter into the directory and I want to create a file with the name something like F20. What I want to do now, I want to create a directory and I want to place a file inside the directory. Directory is already created. First step is done. We are done with creating a directory. You can see D done is a directory which I have created. Now my point is I want to create a file inside the directory. Okay. Before showing you how to create a file inside the directory, I want to show you a command called pwd. I want to show you this command pwd. Stands for print working directory. PWD, not password, it is print working directory. It will print the current path, current working directory. Currently, we are working with Linux. What is the current location? Currently, you're pointing to which path? So that you can get it by using the command called pwd participants, print working directory. Currently, you're pointing to /home/12. This is your path. Currently, you're pointing to /home/12 list. All this file 1, file 4, directory 1, whatever we have created, you have created inside /home/12. So the new thing what you have learned is whenever you want to know the current path in which you're working, we have a command called pwd stands for print working directory. Clear? PWD stands for print working directory. Now, right now you're pointing to /home/12. Now what you want to do, you want to enter into the directory D1. You want to enter into the directory. Whenever you want to enter into the directory D1, we have a command called cd stands for change directory. CD stands for change directory and mention to which directory you want to change. CD, I want to change to D1. So currently I want to point to D1. Look at this. CD, D1. So now you're pointing to D1. If you want to prove, PWD stands for print working directory. Previously you are pointing to /home/Ubuntu. Now /home/Ubuntu inside Ubuntu. Now you're pointing to D1. So that means you are inside the D1. You are inside the D1. And inside the D1, what's your plan? Your plan is to create a file F20 that you can do it by using cat command. You can do it by using touch command. I want to do it using touch command. Touch F20, the file gets created. Now, where is F20 present in? F20 is present in the directory D1. Okay, so you know print working directory to know the current path in which you are located. You know how to move to any directory whichever you want. CD is the change command, change directory command, which helps you to move to a directory whichever you want. Move to the directory whichever you want. Clear? Now you have a directory D1 and inside the directory you have created a file F20. And let's to see list of all the files present in D1. There's only one file F20 present in the D1. Perfect. Okay, now very important. I hope I'm not confusing you. Print working directory. Right now we are pointing to /homes under home Ubuntu under Ubuntu D1. Listen to this important statement. For the directory D1, the parent is Ubuntu. What is the parent directory of D1? The parent directory is Ubuntu. For the Ubuntu, the parent directory is home. The root is the topmost directory. Root is the topmost directory. Okay. Now, for D1, the immediate parent directory is Ubuntu. Got it? For Ubuntu is under home. So that's how you have to understand the hierarchy. Now you want to go back to immediate parent directory Ubuntu. You want to go to one step above. You want to go to the previous directory Ubuntu. CD stands for change directory .. which helps you to go to, you point to immediate parent directory. Your immediate parent directory for D1 is Ubuntu. Now you're pointing to Ubuntu. If you want, you can confirm it by using the command pwd. So right now you're pointing to /home/. Perfect. So you know how to go one step above by using CD .. which helps you to go to immediate parent directory. List will show you file 1, file 4, and directory which you have created. Super. I want to create one more directory, D2. I want to create one more directory, D2. Can I do it? Yes. What's the command? What is the command? We already have learned. I hope you remember mkdir stands for make directory. Make directory. Mention the second directory which you want to create. Done. So total we have 2 directories as of now and 2 files. Okay, these are the current files and directories present in the current working directory, that is /home/home. Clear? So where are we standing in our today's session? We know how to create a file. You know how to remove a file. You know how to create a directory. And we have not learned how can we know how to go to previous directory, but let's learn the process of deleting a directory. So, deleting a directory, interesting thing. I want to delete this D2. Can I? I want to delete this D2 directory. If mkdir stands for make directory, which helps you to create a new directory, rmdir stands for remove directory, which helps you to remove the directory. rmdir, which helps you to remove directory. So I want to remove D2 participants. So the command will be rmdir, mention the directory which you want to remove. So let's do that. Rmdir, mention the directory which you want to remove. Directory is removed. List. Now you can see there is no D2. It has been removed. Now you are ending with D1. Clear? Clear about this? Similarly, can I remove D1 also? What's there in it? rmdir. Mention the directory which you want to remove. This time I want to remove the first directory D1. Interesting point. This command will fail. The command is the same, which is working successfully for D2, but this command will fail. Can you see fail to remove directory? Because it is also giving you the meaning, reason, directory is not empty. This means rmdir will work only when the directory is empty. D2 was empty, do you remember? It was empty, but D1 is not empty, do you remember? Inside the D1, we have created a file F2 by using CD change directory. We have entered its directory and there is a file inside it. So it is not empty. Remove directory, no doubt it will remove directory rmdir, but it will remove directory only when it is empty. In case if the directory is not empty, in our case D1 is not empty, but still you want to remove it. In such case, we have to use rm-r and mention the directory which you want to remove D1. Hyphen R stands for recursive. The meaning of the term hyphen R stands for recursive. That means first it will delete all the files inside the directory, and then finally it will remove the directory. Recursive operation happens. So I want to remove D1, RMDIR. Sorry, not RMDIR. RMDIR will not work. RM-R, mention the directory which you want to remove, D1, perfect. Have removed it. So we know the two ways of removing. RMDIR will remove only when the directory is empty. If the directory is not empty, you have to use RM-R. Perfect. So creating a file, removing the file, creating a directory, deleting a directory, going to the previous directory by using cd double dot. Yes, perfect. So this part we are done. Interesting thing is this one. I want to create a directory D1. Under D1, I want to create D2. Under D2, I want to create D3. Under D3, I want to create D4. This is the nested directories which I want to create. So my plan, let me show you. I want to create the first directory D1. Under D1, I want to create D2. Under D2, I want to create D3. Under D3, I want to create D4. This is what I want. Can we do it? Yes, no doubt we can do it. I think all of us can do it. First, let's create step 1. mkdir, make directory D1. Directory got created. Now don't write mkdir D2. D2, I want to create inside D1. So first you need to enter into D1. Right now, you're not pointing to D1. You're pointing to /home/Ubuntu. So D1 is a directory under Ubuntu. Now you need to enter into D1. CD, change directory and enter into the D1. Now you're pointing to D1. Under D1, create second directory, mkdir. Directory got created. CD, second directory. Third directory. Enter into third directory, mkdir. Fourth directory and enter into the fourth. Perfect. Now pwd print working directory. Interesting point, my dear participants. Please observe. We are in /home/Ubuntu. Under Ubuntu, you have created D1. Under D1, we have created D2. Under D2, we have created D3. For D3, you have created D4. This is the current path. Currently, you're pointing to D4. Currently, you're in D4. So this is how you have to be very comfortable changing the required directories and creating files within the required directories. Clear? Clear about this? And one more important point. For D4, the parent is D3. For D3, the parent is D2. For D2, the parent is D1. For D1, the parent is Ubuntu. So like this is the hierarchy. This is the hierarchy. Clear? Perfect. 1 minute, please. 1 minute, please. I'm sorry, I'm back. The point is, you now know the hierarchy. For D1, the parent, for D4, the parent is D3, for D3, the parent is D2, D1. So that's how the hierarchy is structured. If you want to go to immediate parent directory from D4, you want to go to immediate parent directory, we use, do you remember CD double dot, which helps you to go to one step above immediate parent directory. I don't want to go to immediate parent directory. I want to directly jump to Ubuntu. I want to go to this particular location. In such case, don't use double dot. Double dot, you have to use it only when you go to immediate parent directory. Now, if your plan is to not to go to immediate parent directory, you want a specific path, then you have to write the complete path from the root slash home slash. Clearly mention that you want to go to home Ubuntu. PW directly I'm jumping to slash home slash. Got it? Good. So that's how you have to be very comfortable navigating between the directories. You know how to create a directories, how to change the required directory, how can we go back to the required directories. Okay, so we have now comfortable navigating the required directories, navigating to go into required location wherever you want. Remove directory will fail, will remove directory versus rm-r. RMDIR will work only when the directory is empty. If the directory is having some files, then you have to go for recursive option of rm-r. Perfect. Very good. Okay. So we are now done with dealing with files and directories, creating files, removing files, creating directories, removing directories, going to the navigating between the directories. Okay, this basic navigation, you're good with it. Now, interesting thing again, list to see list of all the files. As of now, we have file 1, F1, F4, and D4, D1. We have one directory, two files. Perfect. Now, my point is, ls is what we have used to list the files and the directories. Now, my point is, I want more information. ls will just show me file names. I want more information about the files. I don't want file name. Along with file name, I want to know the file size. What is the size of the file? I want to know the date and time when the file has been created. I want to know the owner of the file. Who created this particular file? At what time the file has been created? What is the size of the file? I want to know the permissions of a particular file. Every file will have certain number of permissions. I want to get more information about the files and directories, not just names. What list will do? Just a list. What listing is doing? It just list out names of files and directories. I want more information. Whenever you want more information, like size of the file, date and time of the file, when has been created, owner of the file, permissions of the file. So if you want this kind of more information, then you have to go for -L, stands for long list. Long list. Long list. Long list will provide more information. So here, currently we have two files and one directories. Here also you can see we have two files, F1, F4 and one directory. But are you getting more information? Can you see read, write, read 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 0. So are you getting more information? Perfect. You're getting something more when you're using long list. Okay, let's try to understand this data. As of now, two files and one directory. Yes, two files and one directory. This is date and time when the file or the directory has been created. F1 is created in the specific date and time. 52 is nothing but the size of the file, 52 bytes. F4 is a file which you have created by using touch command. F4 is a file which you have created by using touch command. So that's the reason 0 bytes. Touch file command as mentioned will help you to create empty file, right? That's the reason 0 byte. So you are able to get the information about the date and time when the file has been created, the size of the file. This is the owner of the file. Ubuntu is the owner of the file, and this is the group what the file belongs to. I'll discuss more about group and over. This is the links to the file. Don't worry about that. And this is the permissions for a particular file or a directory. The point what you have to realize is that are you getting more information? Not just names. You're getting more information about the date and time when the file has been created, size, owner, group, and are you getting more information? Yes. That more information you'll get it only when you use -L stands for long list. Clear? So you're getting the date and time when the file has been created, the size of the file, owner of the file group, and the permissions. A normal list command just gives you names. If you want to know when the date and time and all this additional information, then you have to go for -L stands for list. -L stands for list. Clear? Clear about the difference between normal listing and long list. Okay, be clear about this. What is Suri? What is this WX? Okay, I'll explain. Don't worry about that. So you are able to know the more information by using the long list option. Okay. What happens if a file name starts with dot? Let's experience it. Let's experience it. What happens if a file name starts with dot? Okay, let's do that. So as of now, we have file 1, F1, F4. I want to create a file with the name something like F5. I want to create a file with the name .F5. That's our understanding, right? What happens when a file name starts with dot? Let's create it. We can create by using touch command. We can also create by using cat command. Let me quickly do it by using touch command, touch.f. So let's create a file starting with dot. File created. File created. List. Interesting thing. Are you able to see the file? Are you able to see the file? No. You're not able to see the file. Generally, the moment you create a file, you should be able to get the file by using lister, right? But in this case, you are not able to see the file because this particular file is a hidden file. This file is a hidden file. That's the reason list is unable to show you because it is a hidden file. In Linux, when a file name starts with dot, it is a hidden file. In Linux, if a file name starts with dot, it's a hidden file. Similarly, if the directory name also starts with dot, for example, I want to create mkdir dot d3. If a directory name starts with dot, this is a hidden directory. List cannot show you hidden directory. It cannot show you hidden files. It cannot show you hidden directories. It will show list command is capable of showing only normal files and normal directories, not hidden files and hidden directories. If you want to see hidden files and hidden directories, then ls-a. A stands for all files. A stands for all. When you say A, you get normal files, total 3 normal files, plus 2 hidden files, 1 hidden file, 1 total 5 you get. We are expecting total 5 plus -A. First, let's see whether are we able to get the .d3. Yes. And what is the hidden file which you have created? .f5. Very good. Along with that, there are many more hidden directories. We don't know that. There are many more hidden directories. .cache, .ssh, .bash underscore. So these are default directories. We don't need to distribution, not disturb that. But you are in a position to see the hidden directories also. So using A stands for all option, you can see the hidden directories also. Perfect, my dear friends. So total, how many listing options we have learned? List, a simple list will show you list of all the files and directories. ls-l stands for long list. To get more information about the date, time, size, permissions, all this, you have a long list. ls-a will show you normal files, hidden files. We can use combination. For example, I want to know the date and time when the file has been, when this directory has been created. What is the size of this directory? You want to know the more information about this hidden directories also. You can use combination ls hyphen la. Hyphen L is one option, hyphen A is option. You're combining this LA, L and A. So you get long list of normal files as well as hidden files. You're getting long list of normal files as well as hidden file and hidden file. You can use a combination of listing options. Clear? Clear about this? So you have to be comfortably working with now you know about the hidden concept of hidden files and hidden directories. You're in a position to see the hidden files and hidden directories as well. So what if the file name starts with dot? We have understood that's a hidden file. You know the concept of how to see the hidden file. We have similarly worked with hidden directory. We have learned the concept of creating hidden directories. Combination of listing options we have learned. Next. How to copy a file. Very frequently used operation. We have a file F1, right? What is the content in the file F1? I want to read the data. I want to see the data present in the F1. Cat F1 will help you to see the data. It's a 3 lines of data. Good morning, welcome to the DevOps course and thank you. I want to copy this file. Copy in the sense, whatever the file we have F1, I want to copy this file. I want to paste, I want to have copy the contents into one more file, let's say F30. The source is F1 and I want to have a file. I want to copy the contents into the file F30. Do you have F30? Tell me, do you have F30 now? We don't have it. But still, we have a command called CP, stands for copy. We have a command called CP, stands for copy, mention the source. F1 is the source, mention the destination, F30. Do you have F30? Do you have F30? We do not have F30. The file gets created and the content will be copied. Let's experience it. CP, copy, source, and destination. That's it. LS, can you see F30 created? Yes, F30 created. Now, what is the information present in the file F30? You can read that by using the command cat command. Are you getting the same data? Good morning, welcome to DevOps. Are you able to get exactly the copy? Yes. Like how in Windows we have Control C to copy and paste it, we can copy paste the file. Similarly, copy command will help you to copy a file, copy the contents into a different file. So CP stands for copy. Okay, next. Very important. PWD, print working directory, which will show you the current path. Okay, currently you're working on /home/1. Next. We have connected to Linux, no doubt. We have connected to Linux. We are working with Linux. We are creating some files. We are creating some directories. We are working with Linux, no doubt. I want to know the current user using which you have connected. What is the current user using which you're working with? Whenever you want to know the current user using which you're working with Linux, we have a command called who am I? There is a command called who am I, which will show you the current user using which you are working. Who am I? Will show you the current user. What is the response? The response is Ubuntu. This means currently you are connected with Ubuntu user. That is the reason before the IP address, you can see Ubuntu is a username you're able to see. Username at IP address. Okay, so Ubuntu is the default user, so you will be working with the default user. But in case if you want to verify whether you are connected with which user or not, we have a command called who am I, which will help you to know the current user using which you're working. Deepak, good morning.
Good morning, sir. Sir, actually, I want to copy one line of text inside the F1. Is it possible, sir?
Okay, you have to wait for editor. Okay, wait for the editor to get started. Perfect. Any questions? Any questions? Okay. We have a command called date, which will print you the current date. Okay, this is the current date which is configured in the Linux. We have a command called whoami, which will show you the current user using which you have connected. Perfect. Okay. Now, okay. I want to look at this. I want to create a file F20. That's okay. You can create any file whichever you want. F20, F30, you want to create a file. In this particular file, I want to have 10 lines of content. Line 1, line 2. So total how many lines of content? I want to write some 10 lines of content. Okay, look at the way I create it. Cat greater than, mention the file which you want to create, F20. How many lines of content you want to write? 10 lines. Line 1, line 2. The mistake. There's no concept of going back. Let's say I want to modify this line 7. There's no concept of going back. You need to open the editor. So let's continue. Line 5, line 6. This is line 7. Line 8. Line 9. And line 10. I want to come out of the cat command, Control D to come out of the cat command. I'm done with creating the file. The name of the file is F20. Name of the file is F20. So this is the 10 lines of content. A file may have 10 lines of content. A file may have 100 lines of content. That's not a problem. But I want to see only the first 5 lines. First 5 lines. First n number of lines. It can be first 5 lines or first 3 lines. You can have first n number of lines by using head command. We have a head command which will help you to get the top n number of lines. How many lines you want to see? I want to see 5 lines. From which file? From the file F20. This will be the command. Okay, look at this. Head. Mention the number of lines I want to see. I want to see 5 lines from the file F20. Are you able to see 5 lines? Perfect. You want to see only, let's say, 3 lines. Top 3 lines. -3, mention the file F20. Are you getting only 3 lines? Perfect. If you have head command, you will also have tail command. Tail. You can guess what tail will do. I want to get bottom 3 lines. I want bottom 3 lines, 8, 9, and 10. Yes, we have a tail command. From the file. Are you getting bottom 3 lines? Yes. I want the last line. Tail -1. The last. I want to get the first line. -1. I'm sure you have a question. I want to get only the 5th line. Okay, I want to get only 5th line. We'll see that it is possible. I'll show you how can we do it. Okay, so we have a head command or tail command partially to see the data. If you don't want the entire file, sometimes in the real time the files will be very big. You don't want to see the complete data. You want only partial data, the latest files, the top files or last bottom files, bottom number of lines. That is possible by using head command and tail command. And remember, once you're done practicing, first you have to disconnect the connection, exit, disconnect the terminal, and then after disconnecting, don't log out. What you have to do, select the machine and then stop the machine. This is the right practice. This is the right practice of stopping the machine. Okay, clear about this? Participants, please respond in the chat box. Am I clear in explaining the agenda of today's session? You are now comfortable working with files, working with directories, navigating between the files and directories. Basics of Linux, we are all working with it. Perfect. And this is a day 3. I quick want to give you information because we are getting some mails about the WhatsApp groups. So there is a WhatsApp group exclusively created for this particular batch. WhatsApp community, not the group. Thank you. So join this particular WhatsApp group or community, which I'm just posting in the chat box to get the updates of this particular batch. If you want to make the payment and register for the course, go to this particular site, logiclabstract.com, go to upcoming batches. Can you see we have an option called buy now? When you click on buy now, okay, the course fees you can see is 6,499 by course. Check out and log in with your Gmail account. We'll have login option. You can continue with login to your Gmail and continue, and you can make the payment using internet banking or Google Pay, Phone Pay, UPI. Also, you will have the QR code, which helps you to make the payment. But anyways, tomorrow is also the demo session, okay, where we'll continue learning Linux. What's our plan for tomorrow? Our plan for tomorrow is getting much more details about the Linux. We'll learn about file permissions. Very important, very important frequently asked question is about file permissions. So I hope if you see, we have something like R, W, X, read, write, execute, the 3 types of permissions. Understanding the file permissions, changing the file permissions. There's something called sudo, importance of the sudo keyword. So they're very important topics, which I have planned, which we have planned for tomorrow session. Okay. Yes. Yes, Deepak, your question.
Sir, actually, I want to talk with the office because yesterday I called 2 times, but there is no response from the given number. May I know the number?
What is the reason you want to shift the batch, right?
Sorry, sir?
You want to talk to me?
Yes, sir. I want to. Yes, sir.
Send an email to support. Okay.
Okay.
Right now.
Sir.
Okay. You know the support mail, right? Yes. Any specific reason why do you want to talk? Yeah, you can mail me whatever the concern you have. You can mail me to. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Zishan. Hello, Zishan.
Yeah, hi, sir.
Yes, I can see the hand raised. What's your question?
Uh, yeah,
Any question you're having?
in previous when you're explaining about lines, the data from head as well
Top,
as
yeah, head and tail.
head and tail. Sometimes we need the data which is in
Between something
between.
like line number 4 to line number
Yeah,
6 or something. We'll see that in the
yes,
coming
sir.
classes. I have
Yeah,
mentioned it. Okay, we'll see.
yeah, that's right. Okay,
Okay,
okay, thank you.
perfect. I hope you have enjoyed the session. Using the same Zoom link, you can join tomorrow also. Welcome. Okay, so our plan for tomorrow is much more detailed technical concepts of Linux. Yes, Amarnath. Good
Yeah,
morning, Amarnath.
yeah. Can you hear me,
I can hear
Sunil?
you.
Yeah, nice to meet you. So this is Amar. Uh, I have purchased this course already.
Okay, good. Thank you, Amar.
So first of all, I would like to introduce myself.
Yes.
I had close to 3 years of experience, Sunil,
Mm-hmm.
and so completely I'm
In
now
which
working
platform?
on AWS. So
Very good.
the first job I was land on AWS only as a
Very
fresher.
good. Lucky
So
girl.
currently working as a data engineer in HTC Global Services in Chennai.
Very good. Where did you learn AWS?
Uh, Actually, so previously I have started self-learn. Actually, when I was joined the company, there itself they had given 3 months of intensive training on AWS, and
AWS.
project also they have allocated on AWS only.
Very good. Mm-hmm.
So
Now you want to
basically,
also learn
yeah,
DevOps.
yeah. Actually, so this was even I don't know this about this Logic Labs technologies. So,
Mm-hmm.
but before 3 years back, one of my colleague, so teammate, have introduced about this one.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So from there
Mm-hmm.
itself, I'm following your
Um,
page
okay, good.
regularly.
Thank you. Thank you,
And
Amar.
one more thing, so previously, actually, I was trying from last 3 months to join the DevOps course, but the timings was morning 6 a.m.
Six
to
o'clock.
7 a.m. and
Mm. Mm.
evening 4 p.m.
Six
to
o'clock.
5 p.m.
Right.
So those timings are not feasible to me because those are working hours. So now this time I have
You have
choose
comfortable
as
now. Mm.
yeah, now I'm comfortable to
Very
join.
good, Amarnath. Okay.
Basically, I have close to 2.8 years experience, Sunil, on AWS. The services which I'm working on, AWS EMR and
Mm.
Redshift, Glue, and
Very
S3
good.
Lambda.
Very good. Very
And
good.
I want to add DevOps also
DevOps.
to this AWS
If
cloud
you just learn this
because
DevOps course, Amar, if you just learn this
yeah,
DevOps course, mention this DevOps skill set in your resume, immediately you
yeah,
can jump for a better package or go to look for better opportunities.
yeah,
No doubt
yeah.
about that. Okay.
So yeah, so
I
that's
hope
why.
you know
So
how
is this?
demand is DevOps and
Yeah,
AWS
yeah,
for much.
yeah, exactly. So that's why I have joined the course and
Good,
the
good.
payment also done
Thank you, thank you.
for 2 days back itself.
Did you inquire in
So
any other institutes?
no, yeah, when compared to other institutes, Sunil, so this course is very good to me and like
Mhm.
compared content delivery, the way of content delivery by yourself is really very excellent.
Thank you.
So I have
Other
watched
institutes actually
many,
they're combining AWS and DevOps and they're taking for three
yeah,
years.
yeah,
They're
correct,
combining
yeah,
both courses. But what we do in Logic Labs, we
and
completely separate it. AWS is separate batch and DevOps is
yeah,
separate batch. Okay.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, the content also, I mean, so the course content also very good. I mean, so as a experienced candidate myself, so how this DevOps course will be useful, Sunil?
See,
I mean, at
you
the end of the course.
already have good exposure on AWS. Okay. Just
Yeah.
learn the DevOps skills and becomes a DevOps engineer. DevOps engineer is much more in demand when compared to cloud engineer. Cloud engineers are already in demand. Now, if you add one step above DevOps skill set, that will be a right. You can try for internal job postings, or you can definitely try for other companies. It will be
Okay.
very comfortable. You will have wonderful career. Okay, Amar? You are in the right track.
Okay. And I mean, so the projects, I mean, how will be like, Sunil? So, I mean,
We
at the
already have
end
covered
of
four
the,
projects, Amarnath. Okay.
okay. So
We in the
it's,
next month we are planning for one more workshop. Okay. So this workshop
oh,
will give
okay.
you more exposure towards the industry. Okay. Stay in the group to get the
Okay.
updates.
Okay. Okay. So those are all everything real
As per the
time
real time. Correct.
experience. Okay.
You are
I
right.
mean, okay. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you
Amar. You are from which
so
city?
much.
Chennai?
Yeah. I'm from Nellore currently. Actually, almost I'm working from home only. So from the last 3 years itself.
Okay. Okay. Good. Yeah.
So every 1 month they are calling and going to office. I can come back to home and working.
Okay. Nellore is very close to
Yeah,
Chennai.
yeah, yeah. Correct.
Okay.
So and next month I'm planning to come Hyderabad. Actually, one of the branch is also available HTC
I
in
know it is near
Hyderabad as well.
Begumpet.
Yeah, correct. Yeah,
One of my
yeah.
old participants also used to work in HTC in Hyderabad, but not in
Okay,
cloud.
okay.
He is in ETL platform.
Oh, okay, okay. So,
Okay, Amar.
and one final question, Sunil, I
Yes.
have. So, and at the end of the course, so you will be also providing, right? So the sample resume templates
Resumes.
for the experience level and as well as
Interview questions is all about concepts. Okay. It's not like a
okay,
programming language where we'll ask what is
okay,
polymorphism or something like that, right? It's all concepts,
yeah,
right? DevOps. So if you are perfect in the
uh,
concept, you can clear the interview. Okay. There's no concept of frequently
okay,
asked questions. Concepts is important. And then we'll share you some
okay,
sample resumes. You have to pick up
okay,
that important points from the resumes and create your own resumes. Okay. You feel very
okay. I
comfortable.
mean, any referrals also will be going to
We
share.
will mail
I
you in
mean,
case if I have any
okay.
opportunities, we'll post it in the WhatsApp group and Telegram group also.
Oh, okay,
Okay.
okay, okay.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thanks much.
Sri Sai. Hello, Sri Sai, can you hear me?
Yeah. Can you hear me, Sunil?
Good morning.
Good morning. Um, yeah, I just want to know, hello.
Yes, I can hear you. Please proceed.
Yeah. I just want to know, we have connected AWS through Putty, right?
We
Um,
have connected to EC2 machine using
EC2
the
mission, yes. AWS EC2 mission through Putty. Instead of that, can we connect it through any web CLI command line interface? Like,
We
why?
can
Because
also use Amazon
I'm
CLI.
logging it
Hmm.
from my office laptop, and
Hmm.
Putty is not allowed in my laptop. So
Okay,
just
CLI will it be allowed?
okay,
Even the
CLI.
CLI will not allow because again the terminal needs to be one minimum terminal should be there. Okay.
Uh,
Okay. Because probably your office security settings are not allowing to connect to different IP addresses. Also. Okay. Try from
yeah,
your personal laptop. Hmm?
yeah. Okay,
Thank
thank you.
you. Kamsi Krishna.
Yeah. Hi, Sunil. Good morning.
Good morning.
And I have 5 years of experience in Linux. So is it after completion of this course, is it helpful to
Definitely. So
keep?
what is your plan? Your plan is to change the platform from Linux,
Yes,
right, to
yes,
cloud. Okay.
definitely. Yes,
So
that
right
is
now what
that
you
is
are
my plan.
learning, that's your target. So right now
Okay.
you're learning DevOps.
Yes, I was planned to
Right now you're
switch to.
learning DevOps. Okay. This is step one.
Yes, yes.
Okay. So
Okay,
there's one more step. Right now you're learning DevOps on which platform? AWS.
okay,
You have to also include one more step. You have to learn AWS Solutions
okay.
Architect.
Mm-hmm.
This course also you have to learn.
Okay,
Okay. And from our Logic Labs Institute, this particular AWS course,
mm,
we are starting, it's for free. Okay.
okay,
1 minute. Um, AWS Solutions Architect. Okay. Can you see? Training is free. Okay. Which is starting on 21st of this month,
okay.
8:30 early morning. Okay.
Oh, okay, fine.
So, and if this is absolutely free, I think 25 days training free, 25 to 30 days. You have to
Mm-hmm.
pay only if you want videos. If you don't want videos, if you just want the conceptual knowledge, then you can
Okay,
join for free. That's the advantage.
okay,
So this is the WhatsApp group
sure.
for
Please
that
share
particular
that
aid. I'm
link.
sending it in the chat now.
Yeah.
Okay, join the WhatsApp group
Okay,
and register in the Zoom also from the site. Okay,
okay, okay.
so and you have to pay, and that is also very minimum fees. If you want to pay to get the recordings for lifetime access, it is just a matter of 2,000, 3,000. Okay,
Okay, okay.
2,950. In case if you want to pay, if you don't want to
Oh,
pay, no one will ask you. You can like experience the live training for all the 25 days absolutely. Okay. So
okay.
once you complete these two steps, just prepare your resume. You can easily shift it to AWS DevOps. Okay.
Sure, sure.
Thank you once. How do you know about this institute?
Yeah, one of my friends suggested.
Just okay. Thank you once.
Yes. Thank you very much.
In industry.
Hi, I just wanted to know, I've done my AWS Cloud Practitioner certificate,
Okay. Good.
and it's been a year back, I think,
Mhm. That's enough.
basic one. So,
That's
is
enough.
it fine? Yeah, is it fine if I can do that free course which you mentioned, the
You are
AWS?
welcome. No one is stopping you. Anybody can join. Not only you, your
Will it make
friends,
more
colleagues.
sense because it's been ages? I did,
It
revise. So,
definitely will help you because solutions we have learned what you have learned is a AWS cloud practitioner, whereas this is solutions architect. We'll have more number of services here in solutions architect.
okay.
It
Is
will be
it
quick.
better to do the proper AWS basics and then go to the solution architect
No, even you can
course?
directly jump to solutions architect. So whatever
Okay.
the concepts and services which are
Uh-huh.
covered in cloud practitioner, that will be also available in solutions architect. Okay, this is beginners can do this. So
Okay.
it's a good recap industry. So it will be
Yeah.
a good revision for you because
Yeah.
you have anyways done 1 year back. That will help you. You may
Yeah.
definitely find something new.
Cool.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Yes, Adarsh.
Hello.
Yes, Adarsh. Good morning.
Good morning, sir. Sir, I wanted to ask, like, I'm currently working on React, and
React.
yeah,
React is one of the good platform, right? It's good
yes,
in demand.
yes. So,
Mhm.
like, I'm learning DevOps like on AWS, like I'm learning it from scratch now. So,
Okay.
will it be good, like I've started this course DevOps on AWS. So,
Mhm.
to learn the solution architect simultaneously, will it be good? Like,
If you have time,
yeah,
please do it. Hmm?
yeah,
Some participants will not have time to do it parallelly. They
yeah,
will do it
right.
one after the other. It's up to you. If you are able to manage it, proceed.
Yeah,
Okay.
thanks.
One more finding. Sunjo. Yes, Sunjo. You are now allowed to unmute. You are now allowed to unmute. Okay, so that's all, friends. See you tomorrow for much more learning on Linux. Have a good time. Thank you very much.